are amazing. $50 extra in your bank account, amazing. A campfire smoke, amazing. Mosh pit, amazing. Slow dancing with someone you love, amazing. These poets are simply amazing.
How the hell are you supposed to read this thing? Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube. I am Joe Atticus Inch, and welcome to this week's episode of Poet Love. I want to thank everyone, first off, for all their support they gave me last week as I was going through my difficult time. But things have been getting better, one day at a time, like always. And today's episode is going to be a little bit short. Because, kind of like when I did the Adam Faulkner episode, I am talking about a poet who I am a huge fan of their work. I have recently just got into their work, but I have not met the poet in person yet. But that does not mean you shouldn't check out their work. His name is Jared Singer. Also, kind of unlike the Adam Faulkner, it was kind of hard to get a lot of information on Jared. All I can tell you right now is that I know of Jared is that he is a poet from New York City. He's represented New York City at the National Poetry Slam, and also he's an audio engineer. That's all the information. But with that means I get to talk about the poems. And Jared Singer is one of the best new poets that I've come across. Here's how I got into Jared's work. I'm gonna flip. YouTube. That's the simplest answer I can give. Through the Speakeasy New York channel, the Urbana Poetry Slam channel, those two channels, I started seeing Jared's name come up a lot throughout my YouTube feed of, currently uploaded videos, so-and-so just liked, what they do with YouTube now. And, after seeing so many, and I actually started hearing one of my friends, Ethan Rivera, who we talked about in past episode, was talking about this guy, Jared, and I finally realized that he was talking about Jared Singer. He sounded like a cool guy, so I wanted to check out his work. And his work is fantastic. I mean, the poems I have here in my notebook, poems that I want to talk about, it's so hard to find words to talk about. One little theme that I know is in Jared, he has a lot of letter poems, which is, a letter to so-and-so and so forth. But they're all great. I mean, two of my favorites personally are The Last Love Letter to an Etymologist and A Letter to Sarah. Those are two very deep, emotional poems. One of my favorites of his is a poem called Beer. It's a great little poem about comparing relationships to the type of beer you drink. If it's like an IPA or something like that. It's hard to describe it. I suggest you just check it out. It's on YouTube. Queen at Fat Man Dancing is just hysterical. And also Jared's one of those poets that he's great alone, but he's just as great when he's working with others. You can see that in Ridiculous with Omar Holman and The Dolls with Gene Anverly. All these videos are on YouTube. Those are the only main ways that I've had contact with Jared. I did find in my research the website that will be in the credits at the end, where there's actually 3 of his poems written out to read, and they're just great reads. So, I mean, that's basically all I can say in this episode. I know it's short, but, I apologize, I have no personal experiences with Jared. I really don't know really what to say about his work except it's just great. If I ever meet Jared, and please check out his work, because that's the main point of the show. It's not for me to just sit here and talk. It's that hopefully someone out there who maybe doesn't know this work will go out and you can experience the work for yourself and develop your own opinion. So maybe later on down the road, I'll do another revisited episode, kind of like what I have planned on deck. There will be more specials coming. I want this to be bigger than it has, as selfishly as that sounds. But on that note, please check out Jared Singer's work. Find ways to support him. If you're in the New York area, you know the work, but everyone else, yeah. So, got the magic shoebox here. Gonna dig back in for next week's poem, which will hopefully be a little bit longer. Got the name right here. Oh, it's another episode I can't fuck up. Until then, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube, I am Joe Atkinson, reminding you to keep your pens moving, live long and prosper, and I'll see you next week.